Doctors from the Royal Darwin Hospital, meanwhile, have issued an urgent plea for people to stay at home amid fears the Northern Territory's health system won't be able to cope with a major coronavirus outbreak. Matt Cunningham is live in Darwin for us. Matt, only a small number of cases. There are real concerns, though. Talk us through them. Obviously, the NT would normally deal with a fair bit of infectious disease. Why concern about how the hospital system would deal with coronavirus?
Well, this is a hospital system that basically operates at maximum capacity at all times anyway, Tom. You know, you look at the Royal Darwin Hospital, it doesn't have the ability, for instance, to go on bypass like hospitals down southward. It's always operating really at that maximum capacity, dealing, of course, with many of these issues that are suffered by Indigenous people, diabetes, heart disease, all of these issues, all of these underlying conditions that we've been told make people more susceptible if they are in fact infected with coronavirus. That's why they're so concerned about the potential outbreak, particularly in remote Indigenous communities. I was actually speaking to a doctor this morning who described the current situation as like standing on a beach waiting for a tsunami to roll in. It really is the calm before the storm at the moment. But they have put out this video now urging people here in the Northern Territory to stay home unless they absolutely have to go out.
Normally, we would love to see you in the NT, but now we need to ask you to stay at home.
Here in the Territory, we have many people who are vulnerable and are likely to get critically sick if they are infected.
Please, keep Territorians safe. Stay at home.
Obviously, the Northern Territory government, Tom, doing everything it can to try and stop that situation from eventuating. Now, I do have a bit of breaking news just to hand. We're expecting to hear from the Northern Territory Chief Minister Michael Gunner shortly, but my understanding is that the Northern Territory is going to announce stronger border controls. That will mean forcing interstate travellers, non-essential travellers coming in from interstate into quarantine for 14 days. We've already seen overseas travellers forced into quarantine, having to stay in hotels for 14 days until they are cleared. So my understanding is that this afternoon, the Chief Minister will announce that will also apply to interstate travellers and will be implemented from later this week. Not exactly sure on the timing yet, Tom, but we will hear from the Chief Minister of the Northern Territory in about 30 minutes' time, so we'll get some more detail on that when it comes to hand.